Hello everyone, I'm back with a brand new update video. Today, for my diet, I checked my weight today. It was 152.5, down 2 pounds from yesterday. Not bad for starting off. I've only got 7 more pounds to go. Let's see if we can keep the momentum going. Well, what was eaten today? Well, I had a keto peanut butter and jelly sandwich using low carb bread, zero sugar jelly, sweetened with allulose, and what was the other thing? Oh yeah, peanut butter. Only 1 tablespoon of it, because apparently that only has like 1.5 grams of sugar and 3 grams of carbs, so not too bad. After that, I had 2 keto toasts with 2 eggs on top. It was very good. I very much enjoyed that. And then for lunch, I had a bacon, egg, and pepper jack cheese sandwich, and then a cup of coffee and an A&W zero sugar root beer. Then, when I punched out for work, I had a Celsius special beverage. I'm forgetting what the name was though, but it was like, I think, a holiday themed like beverage. So there you go. And a Quest chocolate chip cookie that only had 2 grams of net carbs in it. That was the last official thing I ate today. I also had my vitamins. And there you go. I drank plenty of water throughout the day too. Next, for exercise, you know the drill. A whole lot of walking at work. And maybe a little bit of dancing. Well, that's pretty much the diet update. Let's move on to the daily update. So, today, I woke up at around, I think like 9:30. I was greeted by my mom, and she needed, oh man, I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. Wait, okay, so like I got up, and when I got up, I decided to check my weight, and when I checked my weight, I went out because my mom was calling for my name, and she was asking about something. I'm forgetting exactly what. Oh yeah, now I remember. We were having a conversation. And then she said she needed to go to church, so she left. Then I decided to go on my CRT television, and I finished watching a documentary about bad video games. I forget the name of the YouTuber that made it, but it was pretty interesting. And as I was watching it, I was eating the keto peanut butter and jelly sandwich with the cup of coffee. And after that, I decided to watch a new Digital Foundry video about a new device that can play your N64 games, but with modern display technology and with updated features like the ability to overclock the N64 so it can run the games better, as well as offering various CRT filters. And yeah, it's pretty cool looking device. I'm forgetting the name of it though, but it looked cool. Now, that's what I watched. And then I decided to get ready for work, so I put on my work clothes. And I greeted my sister. And after that, I decided to make egg on toast, 2 eggs on toast. So that's exactly what I did. And then my mom arrived, and we all sat together and had a nice conversation. Then I needed to leave, so I said goodbye to my mom and my sister, and I left for work. When I got to work, I needed to do lot first. Before I did that, though, I was helping out Bag with one of my coworkers, and then I went out and did lot for an hour. And after that, the next 3 hours would be spent in the front end bagging. It was a really busy day today. I mean, it's Sunday. It's always the busiest day at the store, so makes sense. But I guess I was surprised because Thanksgiving was very recent, so I would have assumed that like people still had leftovers they were getting through, but I guess people either got sick of their leftovers or ate through them all. Or maybe their fridge was empty. Something like that. But anyways, yeah. For my first break at work, I did some breathwork meditation. It was pretty nice. I felt really calm and relaxed afterwards. And then after that, I I just continued bagging for a good 2 hours, and took like 2 orders out. Took an order out before I punched out for lunch. So that's what I did. I drove home. I had the first like 20 minutes at home by myself where I was listening to an Air Force pilot talk about his experience with witnessing a UFO during his flying mission and trying to track it down and how it moved at ridiculous speeds and how it was able to create maneuvers that or do maneuvers that there was no way any human being could survive from or would turn into like a soup if a human were to try and do the maneuvers the UFO was doing. I found that very interesting and fascinating. And then I decided I would make my bacon, egg, and pepper jack cheese sandwich with keto bread. So I made that. And when I was nearing completion of it is when my mom and my sister and our family friend arrived home. Our family friend came back from their care facility today, and they're currently wheelchair bound because they need to stay off their foot so it can heal. So it was really cool to see our family friend after like a while. Like that was really awesome to see. Of course, we had to tell our family friend about the state of our beloved cat Avery and how he's doing, which seems like he's getting more disoriented and weak, and how we're thinking about putting him out to pasture tomorrow, which is pretty sad just thinking about it. And then we all called his name, and then he went wow after he heard us call his name. So that was nice that he understood that we all loved him and we all were there for him. So that was nice. Then I was just talking with them, and she got in and out. She was wondering if I wanted half the burger. I said no because I'm staying away from carbs for the next 3 weeks or till I get to 145, whichever comes first. And so I was avoiding that. Yeah, I ate my sandwich with a low carb bread, and then I had an A&W zero sugar. Afterwards, I decided to go back to work. I said goodbye to everybody, and I drove over. And the last 4 hours was pretty eventful, I would say. The first hour was spent doing carts. Not bad at all. The next hour was spent doing front end work. The third hour was spent wiping down all of the check stands, refilling all of the bags of the check stands, and the fourth, and throwing out all the front end check stand trashes. We had a janitor who did the office trash and the outside trash, but not the front end trash. So I did that. They did end up doing it a little later, but I kind of gave a good dent in it for them. And then the last thing I did was bring in 16 carts and all the signs into the store. And I cleared the lot. After which, I punched out. I said goodbye to my coworkers and my one of the co-managers. I got a Quest chocolate chip cookie pack. And the reason I got was because it was like low in carbs, and they said they had like an improved formula on the box, so I wanted to try it. I got a Celsius beverage because I've never tried them before, and I wanted to see if it was any good. I bought it. I left. I tried it, the Celsius beverage, immediately when I got in the car. Overall, it was okay. I mean, I wasn't super blown away by it, but it was fine. And then I had the Quest cookie. I liked that a great deal more. I thought it was just had more flavor and was just overall a better thing to eat. I drove home while continuing to listen to the Digital Foundry review of that new N64 device. DF Retro Super Show is what it's called. When I got home, I saw our cat, and I decided to lay down next to him and on my belly, and he decided to crawl up on my back and sit on my back, which, felt really warm and comforting and cozy because he did that all the time. So him doing it again, potentially for the last time, felt like a nice and sweet moment that I'm going to treasure forever. I even asked my sister to film not film, but take a picture, but she ended up filming a little bit. And then afterwards, I was listening to some binaural beats in hopes of getting into a deep meditation state. And afterwards, I decided to see if I could give our cat Avery some water by putting it in a water bottle and lightly drip feeding it into his mouth. He did end up drinking some of it, so at least that's good, because I hadn't seen him drink water in a while. I was feeling really bad for him, so I wanted to see if I could find a way to get water into his body, and I think I did. So that's nice. Yeah. Then I played some purr sounds for him to see if that could bring him some comfort. I just hung out with him for like 2 hours. Then I decided to do some like Bandhi meditation. It was basically just meditation focusing on the breath and ignoring thoughts or feelings or you know, just being in the present moment. And then I took my vitamins, I brushed my teeth, and as I was doing all this, I was listening to a guy talk about the current state of the gaming industry and people's current gamers' expectations and what they want out of a game. And then afterwards, I decided to record an update video, and that's where we're at now. So that's a pretty decent summation of my day. Yeah. Overall, I'd say it was a relaxing day. I'd say it was a pretty decent day. Yeah. And yeah, I'm most grateful for us spending that valuable time with my cat. It was nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's gonna do it for now. I guess one thing that I am super grateful for is that apparently one of our coworkers decided to quit, and I had limited hours next week, but because the coworker quit, their hours are being given to me, so I'm going to work for a bit more than I was originally. So that feels great, and I'm very grateful for that. So yeah, that's pretty much the day in a nutshell. Um, yeah, pretty bare bones explanation, I suppose, but yeah, I'd say it was pretty decent overall. All right, I'm gonna go to bed now. Good night.